Hello everyone, welcome to SS Educare Teaching Learning channel. Thank you for all my subscribers. Those who still didn't subscribe, please subscribe and watch my videos. Let's go to our channel. Scientist of the day. This Indian scientist belonged to middle class family. This Indian scientist loved watching birds fly in the air when he was young. This motivated him to develop interest in the field of air and space. This scientist witnessed his father's boat business being washed away by the cyclone, and his father kept calm and working very hard to rebuild his business. With this incident, this young scientist has developed confidence how to regain confidence in such type of incidents. So this motivated him during the designing of SLV, satellite launch vehicle. This scientist once asked his father why people were very fond of him. His father replied that he will be available for the people who needs his moral support. Then, this scientist had contributed to the family income at the age of 8 by selling newspapers. This scientist once ate his mother's part of the food. With this guilt, this scientist has developed or learned from the incident that he should take care of others' need first before thinking of himself. This scientist believed that education must be imparted with love. This scientist became a great Indian scientist with the motivation of his family, which taught discipline, kindness, love towards others, and helping others. Thus, this scientist was a man of discipline, was a man of moral values, and a man of kindness. And moreover, he is a genius also. This scientist being a part of our nation, we have to be proud of him. So, the scientist is none other than our former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Today is Abdul Kalam's birthday. So, we only call him as pride of our nation. Though many other nations called him and wanted to use his intelligence for their satellite launching, the scientist disagreed all of them and pertained only to India itself until his death. So, we should definitely be proud of this scientist. So, scientist for the day is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Welcome back. We have come to the end of Chapter 1, Force of Class 10 ICSE Physics. Part C is Uniform Circular Motion. We have completed Part A, Moment of Force, and Part B, Center of Gravity. Now it is Part C, Uniform Circular Motion. Let me begin with the question, what is motion? The picture displayed here shows a series of eggs hanged. Look at that, the first egg that is at one end is been hitting the other egg. So what is happening to the second egg? It keeps moving and hitting the third egg, and so on. So what is happening to this eggs when one is hitting? All the eggs keeps moving and changing its position. What is happening to the egg? It is moving. That is what is motion. What is motion? When a body is changing its position with respect to its surroundings, the body is said to be in motion. So, the body is not at rest. When any force is applied on that body, the body tends to change its position, initial position. So, the body tends to move, which you call it as a motion. Next, What is linear motion? We have seen what is motion. What is linear motion? As the name says, it is linear. Look at the picture. You can see a straight rod on which gears are being attached. The gears are rotating where the wire or the thread or the one that is wire is being attached to the gear is moving up and down in the straight rod. So what is in this case, you can see that the gear or the wire is being moving up and down in a straight line. Thus, what is linear motion? If a body is moving in a straight line, it is said to be in a linear motion. It moves only in the straight line path. Such type of motion you call it as a linear motion. Next is, what is uniform linear motion? We have seen what is linear motion. Now it is uniform linear motion. As the name says, it is uniform. Look at the picture. You can see a horizontal bar moving at equal distance at equal intervals of time. So when an object or when a body is covering equal distance at equal intervals of time, the body is said to be in uniform linear motion, provided the object should move in a straight line. Then you will call that motion as uniform linear motion. See the definition. When an object is moving with an uniform speed at equal intervals of time, you will call that sort of motion as uniform linear motion. Next question. What is accelerated motion? What do we call acceleration as? What is acceleration? The change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. When does a body undergoes this acceleration? When there is change in the velocity. Velocity, we call it as a vector quantity, which means, what is vector quantity? This quantity depends on direction. So look at the picture here. You can see a ball moving with a different, changing its direction. See, you can see the difference in the directions. First it is coming straight, then it is turning towards the cuts of the road, and then again moving in a straight line. So when direction keeps on changing, velocity is also changing. When there is change in the velocity, you will call that particular object is undergoing or has certain acceleration. So that sort of motion which makes the body to accelerate is called as accelerated motion. Let's see the definition. When an object is moving with uniform speed but change in the velocity, it is called as an accelerated motion. Continuing with circular motion. What is circular motion? Here also the name tells us that some object is moving in a circular path. Look at the picture. You can see a park in the form of a circle where a car is moving in the road where around the circular park. You can see the car moving on the road around a circular park. Thus, when an object is taking a circular path, it is said to be in circular motion. If the body is moving in a circular path, it is said to be in circular motion. Next question. What is uniform circular motion? Uniform, again uniform means it's the same. What is same here? Here also speed and time. When an object is moving in a circular path with uniform speed and uniform time, it is said to be in uniform circular motion. Look at the clock, the hands of the clock. You can see the hands of the clock moving at equal intervals of time with the same speed. So, the clock is said to be in uniform circular motion. The next is centripetal force. If a force continuously acting on an object, what would happen? A force continuously acting on a moving object, it will also change its direction. When any object is moving, assume an object is moving and a force is applied, the object will definitely change its direction. And again, when it is changing, keeps moving, another force acting on it, it will change its direction. Likewise, For an object, when it is in motion, a force is needed to keep it in circular path. Whatever path it is traveling, if it is taking circular path, you call that force as centripetal force. See, when the force which is required to keep a body in a circular path only. It doesn't change its direction other than whatever direction it changes, it follows a circular path only. So such type of force you call it as a centripetal force. So this force will always act at center only. So look at the picture. This picture is an example. You can see an arrow, a circle in which red color arrow mark is the force. Next to it you have pink color arrow mark which denotes your acceleration. And then see, you can see the force and acceleration it is the same. So it keeps on acting. What is happening to the blue color arrow mark? The blue color arrow mark is your velocity. This velocity keeps changing its direction. Am I right? Yes, velocity keeps changing, but the object is moving in a circular path only. The force from center it is acting on an object and the object keeps changing its direction and takes up only a circular path only. That is what the picture is telling us. So the velocity is changing. You can see different directions of blue color arrow mark. So when velocity is changing, its acceleration, the body is undergoing an acceleration, but whatever it is, the body is around a circular path. So you call that sort of force as centripetal force. Next, a very common example for the centripetal force is our washing machine dryer. See the picture. You can see the washing machine, clothes are there full of water and then it takes up the circular path. Where is it acting? It is acting at center only. So that is a very common example for centripetal force. Continuing with next force is centrifugal force. We have seen centripetal force where the object is following a circular path. The force is applied at the center. That is centripetal force. Now it is centrifugal force. For centrifugal force, the object is acting away from the center but following the circular path only. That is, when the object is moving in a circular path, force is applied. This type of centrifugal force is applied. The object will move away from the center. So thus it is centrifugal force. Look at the picture. You can see the car splashing mud water outside. What is happening to the wheel? The wheel is taking up the circular path. Force is applied on the wheel, on the wheel that is moving in a circular path. So what is happening? Thus the mud keeps on splashing water out from its center. That is your first example. The second example, you can see in the picture, merry-go-round. Children are sitting and the merry-go-round is moving in a circular path. Yes, when force is applied, what is happening? It is moving away from the center. So children are rotating in a circular path, force will be applied and the object will be moving away from the center. So that is your second example. Yes, with this we are completing our third part of this chapter, force. What is that? Third one is your uniform circular motion. So in my next video, I will be discussing PYQs, that is previous year questions of this chapter, which are very important. So I will start from 2013 till 2023. I will be discussing the important questions of this chapter which are frequently asked. If you like my videos, please click like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Your support is my strength. Thank you.